Good afternoon. You are welcome to Married and Single Connect. My name is Pastor Lekan Anifowoshe. Today, by the grace of the Lord, I'll be sharing with us on the topic captures conflict resolution in marriage. Conflict resolution in marriage. So, by the way of introduction, what is conflict? Conflict can be said a disagreement or dispute between a married couples in marriage. Let me take it again. Conflict can be said a disagreement or dispute that arise between spouse in marriage. Disagreement is inevitable in marriage, but how you manage the conflict or disagreement will have a significant impact on the satisfaction and establishment of your union. There is no way we will not offend each other sometimes. Even the Bible said we can be angry, but we should not sin. We can't be angry, we should not sin. So because we have different personalities, we are not brought up from the same home, we don't have the same ideology. Even our ideology may be similar, but it cannot be 100% the same thing. We don't have the same upbringing. We are not from the same family. So we have little or one or little differences between each others. That's number one. Another thing is that we all, as humans, we have different personalities. We have four different personalities. We have the sanguine, we have the melancholy. So because with our personality, they are not the same thing. So because of those things, there will be disagreement sometimes. There will be disagreement in the home. But how you manage those disagreements is what matters. How you manage it is what matters. And one of the things that contribute to major problems or conflict in marriage is that when there is a little disagreement or little conflict, try as much as possible to discuss about it and resolve it. Reason why a lot of little things graduate into bigger things is that we saw it and we fail to address it. We fail to discuss about it, and those little things will now pile out and becomes a mountain that cannot be removed. So my advice for marriage couple is that anytime you have disagreement, your pastor or your partner did something that you don't like, talk about it, resolve it on time before another one will come, because certainly another disagreement will come sooner or later. So if you do not resolve the first one and another come after it, another come after it, another come after it, before you know it, it become a mountains, and that is what cause divorce in marriage sometimes. Even the Bible encourage you. He say if another believer sin against you, he say go privately, two of you, he say, and resolve it. So if he listen to you, you have won his heart, and if he did not listen to you, he also encourage us to take some other step in order to reconcile disagreement between us and our fellow believers. And in marriage also, there is no way your partner will not offend you. So if your partner offend you, two of you go privately and discuss your differences, discuss your disagreements, discuss what you know that your partner did to you and you not like, and see how you can resolve it together, so that those little things will not pile up together and become a major problems in our marriage. A lot of things can cause conflict in marriage. Number one of the things that can cause conflict in marriage is breakdown in communication. Maybe you expect your partner to talk in a certain way, and the way they present something to you do not like it. You can flare up. So breakdown in communication can cause conflict in marriage. Some of these that can also cause conflict in marriage is infertility or delay in childbirth. Some cause, even although to me, I don't expect because you marry each other and you're having delay in giving birth, it should cause problems in home. But it has caused a lot of major problems in some families. It has caused, so maybe delay in childbirth. You expect that immediately that you guys get married together, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, even some people 10 years, no child. It can cause conflict in the home. That they begin to say all manners of foul language to each other, so it can graduate to conflict in marriage. Another thing that can cause conflict in marriage is infidelity. When you notice that your partner is cheating on you, or you sense it that this man or this woman is cheating on you, it can result into conflict in marriage. A lot of things can cause conflict in marriage. Maybe another thing is unmet expectation. You expect your partner to do some certain things for you and they fail to do it. You expect them to behave in certain ways and they fail to behave in that areas, in that direction. Another thing that can cause conflict in marriage is family or in-laws issues. Family and in-laws issues. Maybe your wife or your husband may have issue with your siblings, they may have issue with your brothers, they may have issue with your parents. So those things can also cause conflict in marriage. But irrespective of whatever that cause conflict in your marriage, so today I'll be showing us some of the way that you can resolve conflict in your home. It's not limited to what I will explain, but at least I will give us some tips of how to resolve conflict in marriage. Number one, when you notice there is a conflict in your home, is that acknowledge your mistakes before your spouse and offer heartfelt apologies. So, you know, before there is a conflict, someone has provoked it in one way or the other. Someone has initiated it in one way or the other. So when you notice you are the one, you are the cause of this conflict, acknowledge your mistakes. When you identify the problems, you're able to acknowledge your mistakes. You now offer heartfelt apologies to your partners, not just sorry, no. You mean it from your heart. It's not just you are just saying it merely. You mean it from your heart. You offer a heartfelt apologies. Don't let I'm sorry be too much for you to say. Either you are a man or a woman. Sorry, I'm sorry cannot kill you. I'm sorry cannot kill you. Save your marriage. If you notice you are the one that is wrong, apologize to your partners. Apologize. Offer an heartfelt apologies to each others. Offer an heartfelt apologies to each others. When your partner apologize to you, you apologize to him. Because why do I say that two of you need to apologize to each other is that in conflict, nobody take 100% shares of the issues. Nobody take 100% blames in any conflict. Everybody in one way or the other contributed to that conflict. It may start from someone, but in one way or the other, everyone, each of you contributed to that conflict in one way or the other. Maybe your partner said this and you counter it. You have contributed to it that way. You see another thing. So in one way or the other, two of you must have contributed to the conflict. So you offer an heartfelt apologies to each other. Your partner will apologize to you and you also will apologize to your partner. And these apologies does not have to be that the person that caused the problems needs to initiate it. It can come from any of the party, because the reason why it can come from any of the parties is that you want to save your marriage. You are not in the court law that you are trying to win a case, that you are trying to win an argument. This is marriage. You don't wait until your partner apologizes to you before you offer an heartfelt apologies. When you notice there is conflict in your homes, call your partners and apologize to each other so that those conflicts will not graduate into major problems. Conflict is inevitable in marriage, but how to resolve it is very, very important. Another thing that you need to do, we are looking at ways to resolve conflict in marriage, is that have a realistic expectation. Have a realistic expectation. To resolve conflict in marriage, you have to have a realistic expectation. If you know that um you want your partner to do some certain things for you, be realistic in your demand. Can your partner will be able to do this what I'm expecting from him? Can my partner be able to provide what I'm expecting from her? So be realistic in your approach, be realistic in your demands. Don't ask your partner what you know that he or she cannot provide. Don't ask your partner what he or she cannot do for you, because when you are asking them what you know yourself that they will not be able to do it for you, it will cause conflict, it will cause disagreement, it will cause dispute in your homes. So to avoid conflict in your home, be realistic in your demands. Don't ask your partner what you know that you will not be able to they will not be able to provide for you. Be realistic in your demand. And in marriage, there is a room for negotiation. Maybe you are expecting something. For instance, you as a man now, you are expecting your wife to be cooking a fresh meal, a fresh food for you every morning, every morning, every night. So what are the structures that you have put in place to make these demands realistic? Don't forget, that this woman that you want her to be cooking for you every morning, every night, she will go to work. Don't forget she will do some house chores. Don't forget she will take care of the babies. So what are the structure that you have put in place to make sure that this responsibility does not choke her? So you have to be realistic in your demands if you want to avoid conflict in your marriage. Be realistic. Two of you come together. Okay, this is what I want you to do for me. So how do you achieve it? Two of you now sit down together. What do you expect that I should do? What am I expecting from you? What are you expecting from me? To make this demand a realistic one. That is negotiation in marriage. So to avoid conflict, be realistic in your demand and give room for negotiation. Give room. Don't be rigid in your demand. Be flexible. Be flexible. The Lord will help us in the name of Jesus. Another ways to resolve conflict in marriage: put yourself in your partner's shoes. Put yourself in your partner's shoes. That is trying to view things from your partner point of view. Don't try to see things in your own way alone. Okay, I want my partner to do this for me. Okay, my partner is doing this. Why does she do this thing? Try to see from their own views. Try to understand things from their own view. Try to put yourself in their shoes. If I'm the one, if this thing happen, what will I do? What action will I take? What will I say? Put yourself in their shoes. Put yourself in your partner's shoes. Don't be rigid. Be flexible. This is how to resolve conflict in marriage. Because when you put yourself in your partner's shoes, you will not do things that will hurt him or her. You will not make a demand that they will not be able to provide. You not make you not want expecting something that will not be able to provide for you. Be realistic in your demands. Be realistic in your demand. Another ways to resolve conflict in marriage is that talk about the issues. Talk about your issues. Talk about the issues. For all you may know, what you are quarreling over, your partner may not even know that it is wrong. They may not even know that they have offended you. They may not even know that they have hurt you. So talk about it. If you notice your partner did something to you you do not like, call their attention to it. And when you are calling their attention to it, say it in a polite manner. Don't be rude about it. There is choose your words rightly. Choose your word accurately. Choose your word accurately. So if you have explored all the four items that I've listed, and you see there is no positive solution to the conflict that you have experienced in your home, you can now explore this one I'm about to say. Hand it over to spiritual authority. In Matthew chapter 18, verse 15 to 17, he said, if another believer sin against you, go privately and point out the offense. If the other person listen and confess, you have won that person back. But if the person do not listen, he said, go to the elders in the church. So what does that mean? When you're having issues in your homes and you have tried all your best to make sure that this issue come down and there is no solution, if you are a believer, you have a pastors, you have a spiritual authority, you have a mentors. Why not call the attention? Why not seek the help of godly people around you, like your pastors, like your mentors? Someone that they will not be emotionally attached to the issue, because when you invite someone that is emotionally attached to the issue, they may be biased, they may be sentimental. But someone that that is not attached to your relationship emotionally, you understand what I'm trying to say? Someone that will not side one person and blame the other person. Someone that is neutral, like your pastors, like your mentors. Hand it over to them. What is their role? Their role is that they will disciple two of you. That's number one. Number two is that they will be praying for two of you. Number three is that they will be counseling two of you. So in this process of discipleship, they will be able to identify what is the cause of this problem, and they will to tell each other, okay, this is your fault, this is your fault, do this, do that, do that, and before you know it, the peace will be restored into your home. And another thing is that some conflict in marriage is not ordinary. Some conflicts in marriage is not ordinary. They are attacks from the pit of hell. So when you hand it over to spiritual authority, when they pray over it, they're able to send attack back to the sender. They're able to discern that no, although you are seeing your wife as the evil person, but it's not the one that is doing it is the devil that is working in this relationship, in this marriage. You must consider the degree. So that is why when you want to marry, you don't just marry any other person. Make sure you marry a believer. Make sure you marry someone that fear the Lord. Consider the degree at which that person fear the laws. Because if you marry someone that is unbeliever and you have issues with him, which pastor are you going to talk about the issues to that will not cut two of you that no, they will not even respond because they're unbeliever. So that's why you must marry rightly, you must marry correctly. When you want to choose a partner, consider the degree at which this person fear the Lord. You must check if your purpose aligns. You must not ignore the red signal in the courtship. A lot of people that have ignored the red signal in courtship, and those red signal is not the one that is causing problems in their marriage. Check is your purpose aligned. Check is this person fear the Lord. Check if this person is a believer. So when you're having issue with your partners and you have tried all possible best to resolve this issue, call the attentions of your pastor to it. Let them disciple two of you. Let them counsel two of you. Let them pray for two of you. And before you know it, peace will be restored to your home. Thank you for joining me in today's Married and Single Connect program. The Lord bless you. Once again, my name is Pastor Lekani Foshe.